Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, April the 22nd, and I am leaving out of Las Vegas to go back home to Philadelphia in just a few hours. But I figured now that, we're a few days out from WrestleMania, the recency bias is going a little bit. So I think now it is time for me to review WrestleMania 41 in its entirety. Definitely feel like I'm qualified to talk about this because not only was I at both nights of WrestleMania, but I was also at Monday Night Raw last night too. And yes, the Raw review will be coming probably in the next day or so, but let's talk about WrestleMania today. Let's start things off with WrestleMania Saturday. Let's start off with the opening match, Gunther versus Jay Uso. Now, this needs a little bit of context because I got to the arena like a little late. I was outside of the arena doing on-the-street interviews, which you'll see some on this channel very soon. And before that, I was having an extremely hectic morning. So between that, getting there to do the interviews, I looked up, it was 3:50. Oh shit, the show starts in 10 minutes and I haven't found my seat yet. So by the time I got inside to get my seat, there was a line to get into the club section. I can hear the then, now, forever, together. And the pyro going off, I'm getting fucking pissed now. I'm missing the opening pyro to WrestleMania. But everything happens for a reason because when I get in, before I even go to my seat, I see a big swarm of people go over to the section where I'm supposed to be at. Someone's yelling, it's Jay Uso, he's coming out this way. And I said, wait a minute, is Jay Uso really coming out in our section? Lo and behold, 2 minutes later, Jay Uso was coming out in our section. I got to snag this picture. I was literally an arm's length away from him. So yes, even though you probably didn't see me on camera on TV, I was right behind him. So I get to say that I was a part of Jay Uso's WrestleMania 41 entrance, the same WrestleMania where he won the World Heavyweight Championship. Spoiler alert. Just a reminder, everything happens for a reason. If I was not late, I don't think I would have been in this spot. I probably would have been sitting down in my seat. But now let's get into the match. Jey Uso versus Gunther have had like 3 or 4 matches in the past, and they've been like decent. This match was just like, slightly more above decent. You could make an argument that this is their best match, but like, I don't know if I would say it was really good. You know what I mean? It was a little rinse repeat the last match where Jey Uso's working from down under and Gunther is, powering over him. A bit more of a slower pace because they're telling the story that Jey Uso doesn't have what it takes to beat Gunther, which I understand. As we fast forward to the finish, Jey Uso hits like 2-3 super kicks onto Gunther. And he goes to the top rope, proceeds to hit 3 Uso splashes. And I thought for sure he was going for the pin. But then he locks in Gunther's submission lock. I don't know what Gunther calls it, but it's basically a sleeper hold. He senses that in, and Gunther basically taps out within like 5 seconds. He tapped out pretty quickly. And Jey Uso is your new World Heavyweight Champion. The crowd was going crazy. I was going crazy. Now, we all knew Jey Uso was going to win. Like, it was barely unpredictable. But the moment itself was awesome, especially Jimmy coming out there and giving him a hug. That actually tugged on me. I almost started crying at this point. You guys don't know, my older brother is deceased. So, seeing these 2 brothers embracing as the younger brother, finally has his moment. It's like, I don't think I've ever got to experience that with my brother. So that was just very emotional for me to see that. Also, one of my friends brought this to my attention, but Gunther does not do very well in submissions. Brought it to my attention that Ilya Dragunov tapped out Gunther pretty quickly in their match at NXT TakeOver 31, and now he tapped out pretty quickly to Jey Uso. Bit of a running trend here. I think we should pay attention to that. But I would give this match, I want to say 2.5, but because of the finish, because of everything else, I would probably go 3. Maybe I'm being too gracious, but I think this is 3 stars at best. And we had the War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Championships. And I'll be honest, I went to the bathroom during this match. Nothing against the New Day. I love them. Nothing against the War Raiders. They're a good tag team. But you kind of have to find somewhere to use the bathroom. This match literally just fit in the perfect spot. So I can't rate it because I didn't see it. All I do know is that I was hoping Big E was going to make an appearance. And he didn't. So couldn't have been that great, right? Yeah, Jade Cargill versus Naomi, the first singles match for women without a championship in 20 years. Pretty awesome. Jade came out with her 2002 Michael Jackson haircut. Naomi came out with this new theme song. It was like this rockish song. I thought that was really awesome. I fuck with the theme song. If Def Rebel made it, we might give him a little bit of credit here for that. This match was all right. You could even push the word good in there. It wasn't great, but it was all right. It was definitely one of Jade's better performances, and Naomi, was able to carry her to a really good match. I thought their chemistry was fine. I was rooting for Naomi to win because I think she needed it more, but Jade Cargill got the win. And honestly, it feels like their feud can kind of just be over now because Jade got the win already. However, now that Bianca is free from that feud with Rhea and Io, I think Bianca should just go to SmackDown so that way they can continue it with the 3 of those women. That's what I would do personally, though. Now, as for the match, I would give it, I can't in good conscience say it was better than Gunther versus Jay, but it also wasn't bad. So it's up there. We had LA Knight defending his United States Championship against Jacob Thaw 2. But this match was good. Better than the previous 3 matches I said, but like pretty uneventful. I think I picked like a really crazy moonsault in this match. And LA Knight himself, I thought had like, good chemistry. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's one of the best matches of the night because it wasn't. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of the matches on this card really weren't that good. But when you're actually there at WrestleMania, you have the benefit of having that in-crowd experience. So, a lot of things are heightened when you're actually there. This match, though, I would honestly go 3 as well. Jacob Fatu got the win. He is the new United States champion. The crowd popped huge for this. Jacob was super over in the crowd, as he should. He is an awesome asset to the WWE roster, and I know it's only up from here. Y'all want to have a serious conversation about Jacob Fatu winning Money in the Bank? I ain't about to argue with you. Then got Rey Fénix versus El Grande Americano. And listen, I know this is the wrong way, but like I leave in like 2 hours and I want to get this review done. So like y'all gotta let me slide on this one. All right, pretend this is Rey Fénix. This match went stupid. Like I'm just gonna be fair. I don't think it was a great match or anything. But like it was just really fun. Rey Fénix is going around doing flips and kicks and shit, and then El Grande Americano was coming back with like flips and technical mastery. Like it was fun to watch live in person. I don't know how it was perceived on TV, but it was fun to watch in person. Especially when El Grande Americano hit that like 630 moonsault, I want to say. Maybe a 630, more like a 450. Not a 630, but like half of that 450, whatever it is. El Grande Americano got a clean win with the headbutt. Also, people were upset that Rey Fénix lost his match. Rey Fénix getting on the card in general is big. He was never meant to be in that spot. So the fact that he got on the card, be grateful that he got on the card in the first place. A lot of people who should have been a WrestleMania card that weren't. He was on the card. So be grateful that he was on there. I want to give this match 3.5 really badly, but I feel like that might be giving too much grace to it. I'm going to go 3. Like, it was a really fun match, right? But it was still good at best. Like, I wouldn't say it was anything above that. Just fun. Like, a match doesn't have to be fantastic to be fun. So I'm satisfied with what we got here. Tiffany Stratton defended her WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. This match was a very, very, very mixed bag. I'm still trying to figure out like how I felt about it. Their feud building up to this was like already rocky, given the fact that these two clearly did not like each other. Charlotte trying to steamroll over her, and then the line with Tiffany saying the 0-3 line. It was already a very sticky rivalry. So getting into this match, they had to really exceed expectations to go out there and blow people away. Did they do that? No, they did not. The thing was, there were glimpses. There were moments of hope that this was going to be a really good to even great match. But then every single spot that was really good to great was followed up by something really, really clunky and out of place. I said this in the arena, and I still feel this way. It almost feels like they were making this match up as they went. I distinctly remember this spot where Tiffany's going for like this Alabama slam, and Charlotte counters with like this cartwheel out of it, and then they pause for a second, and then they try to go for something else, and Tiffany does like this weird counter, and then they pause again before trying to lock up. I'm like, what's going on right now? Literally everybody in my section was extremely puzzled by that spot. They had no clue what was happening. Can't even say that was the only time it happened where it felt like there was this weird spot where they didn't know what was happening. Tiffany Stratton won the match, and that honestly was the best thing about this match, is that Charlotte didn't win. I'm not gonna lie, the clunkiness and the failure to meet expectations, I gotta give it 2.5. Like it really, I don't think it's 2. It's not that bad, but yeah, no, I can't say it was good in good conscience. I'm sorry. So the more and more I'm looking at this card and all the ratings given it, maybe this WrestleMania was ass. Hold on a second. Let's get to the main event real quick. The main event was Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins in a triple threat match. What was at stake? The soul of Paul Heyman, of course. That was the stake. First of all, the entrances. Roman Reigns, standard entrance, right? Seth Rollins came out in a flamethrower and all black, then the lights went on. He had all white on. It was awesome. CM Punk was played out by In Living Color, but before that, they also had Fire Burns playing, and I was singing my heart out. The match started, and it was great. It was a great match. All 3 men gelled well together. I think they took notes on previous triple threat main events, and they just made it work. Seth and Roman teased teaming up once again, but of course Roman wasn't having that. CM Punk and Seth Rollins got their shine. Roman Reigns and CM Punk got their shine together. We got the obligatory Roman Reigns getting caught by a pedigree while he's going for the spear spot. The icing on the cake, though, was Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk and then turning on Roman Reigns to align with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins hits a curse stop on Roman Reigns. He pins him. He wins the match. He walks out with Paul Heyman. Absolutely insane ending to the match and the show. I would give this 4 stars if without the ending, but with the ending, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Great shit from all 3 men. Not gonna lie, looking back on it, this match definitely saved the show. The show was not that good. Now it's time for us to get into WrestleMania 41 Sunday. a much better show in my opinion. Let's kick off with the Women's World Championship triple threat match between Iyo Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. This, bar none, was the best match of the entire week, and like hands down, it was the best one. Even better than the men's triple threat. It was better than that. Iyo Sky brought that aerialistic, high-flying nature to the match, which, you know, she also was pretty good at a German suplex, pretty damn dope. Rhea Ripley brought that rough and tough, rugged nature of being basically a powerhouse throughout the whole thing, which was a great contrast with Iyo Sky's character, and also with Bianca Belair, who kind of came in there with that similar style, but also can, like, do 450s and all that shit. Bianca Belair was, like, booed pretty big in the crowd, and I was pretty shocked by this, because I thought we all liked Bianca Belair. I didn't know where those boos were coming from, but it was not me. These women gelled really well together. They had some great triple threat sequences. In the finish of Rhea Ripley hitting a riptide on to Bianca Belair, going for the pin, but only to get moonsaulted on by Iyo Sky, who stole the pin, was just icing on the cake. The entire storyline has been about how Rhea and Bianca were basically underestimating and casting aside Iyo Sky. So for her to sneak in and grab the win from these women, it made perfect sense. This match, 4.5 out of 5 stars, very easily. Not a perfect match, but it is the best match on the card, and it's great. Again, better than the men's triple threat. Match of the night. Match of the entire pay-per-view. We then got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. This match was good, but like pretty bare bones as far as street fights goes in WWE. We had steel steps, we had tables. It's all I really can remember. Like, I don't even know if there was chairs used at all. Probably. Like, it was a really good match. Like, a solid match. But I don't think anybody's going to be remembering this match for, like, years to come. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm going to go 3.5. It's definitely above a lot of the matches on the WrestleMania Saturday card. But I don't think it's not memorable. There wasn't a single spot in this match that I can recall that I'm going to remember for, like, ages. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a traditional street fight that just so happened to be a really good match as well. And we get into the Fatal 4-Way IC Championship match with Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. Going into this match, I said this was only going to go like 8 to 10 minutes. And people were furious. They were pissed. How dare you give this Fatal 4-Way 10 minutes? It deserves more than that. It only went 10 minutes. I'm sorry. It didn't need to go that long. And I'm glad it did it because it really fit the energy of the match going fast paced. That's why I said it only needed 10 minutes. Everybody got their chance to shine. It was just a really fun, fast sprint. Dominic Mysterio was the most over the entire night. And, you know, I already had my prediction that Dominic was going to win. So when he snuck in, and mind you, this was basically the same finish as the triple threat. That's like the one thing I will say I did not like was the finish of this match was the exact same as like 3 matches before it. 2 matches to be fair. But after Finn Balor hits Penta with the coup de grace, Dominic Mysterio followed up with a frog splash onto him, got the pin, and became the new IC champion. The place went absolute apeshit when he won that IC championship. It was such a big and awesome moment to see him win that. I'm happy I got to see it. I would give this match 4 stars. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Again, I don't think he's going to be holding on to that title for a long time, but, you know, even a short run is fine by me. Then we got into Randy Orton's mystery match. Kevin Owens got hurt, he's out. So now Randy Orton wants an opponent for WrestleMania. He opened the door up, he said, anyone who wants to come out and challenge me, come on, come get some. And I thought it was going to be Rusev. I heard a lot of rumors about Rusev, Malachi Black, Aleister Black, whatever. I didn't expect it to be Joe Hendry, who got a monstrous pop as well. Louder than anyone thought. He came out with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. I was blown away. Joe Hendry has memed himself not only into the Royal Rumble match, but into a WrestleMania match. Now, mind you, a bunch of things have to happen for that to come into fruition. But the fact that he got to wrestle Randy Orton in WrestleMania, even if it was just for 3 minutes, fucking awesome. So happy for the guy. He deserves it. The match was like no good. Like it was like literally 3 minutes, basically a squash. Joe Hendry got his moment, and then Randy Orton won. Randy Orton did the thing, a little turnaround, and that's all I needed. This match was not good. It was not great, but it was a very fun moment just to be there and see and witness that I would give 3 stars. Quite honestly, yes, I enjoyed this 3-minute match more than I enjoyed a lot of the other matches on WrestleMania Saturday's card. A lot of people who were also upset that Joe Hendry only got like 3 minutes, and it's like, listen, much like I said, Ray Phoenix, just be happy he was on the card. WWE did not have to call Joe Hendry at all. Like, no obligation to give Joe Hendry this match. They gave it to him. He got to wrestle WrestleMania against Randy Orton. He could have been in there for 10 fucking seconds. And that's awesome. So, yeah. Stop trying to be upset about everything and just be happy you got the match. Shit. Oh, man. I almost fell asleep just thinking about this match. We got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Yeah, this was just, like, wildly boring. Like, I was genuinely shocked by how lifeless and just overall, like, nothing this match was. Two immensely talented men win in this ring, and after 7 minutes, I stopped paying attention. Like, I was literally sitting next to Alan Owens. You guys probably know me as a TikToker. We sat next to each other WrestleMania Sunday. We were literally talking about movies for, like, the rest of the match. After 10 minutes, everyone in my section was either on their phone or went to the bathroom. Literally nobody was paying attention, bro, because they weren't doing anything. I wish I could properly tell you everything that happened, but I can't because, like I said, I literally just blanked out on the match after a while. Honestly, this might be like a 2. Like, I don't know if I would say it was as bad to go 1.5, but I would go 2. Logan Paul won as we all thought he was going to, but yeah, this was an extremely uneventful match, and I expected way better from these two men. That much I will say. Looking back at this match on Cage Match, it went 17 plus minutes. Like, yeah, it definitely felt 17 minutes. The main event was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending their women's tag team championships against Lyra Valkyria and a mystery partner because Bayley got hurt. Mystery partner was Becky Lynch, who got a really big pop from the crowd. And then I went to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I promise I love women. I promise I love women. No, I don't kill me. I really had to pee, and I had to charge my phone because it was dying. So by the time I got back, I heard Becky Lynch's theme song. They won. Awesome. Can't really rate the match, though, because I didn't see it. I will be talking about that moment that happened on Raw probably tomorrow. So keep your eye out for that. And we got to the main event. Cody Rhodes defended his WWE Championship against John Cena. Let me just tell you, this was an extremely polarizing match, to say the least. John Cena's entrance, completely blacked out with just white text saying John Cena, burned in my head for the rest of my life. So creative, yet so minimalist. Cody Rhodes came out with, like, bikes and, like, motorcycles and everything. It was very America, like, America. Fuck, yeah, I thought his entrance is kind of, like, lame, I'll be honest. Bell rings, and these two decide, let's do a collar and elbow tie-up. And I'm like, okay. Cena left you bloodied when he turned heel. You guys have been going back and forth at each other for like 2 weeks. And you're going to start with a collar and elbow tie-up? Not going to lie, as someone who grew up watching John Cena in the 2010s, this is very John Cena of John Cena to have an intense feud start off with a collar and elbow lockup. The match is starting off slow, and John Cena is going through these motions of doing everything in his moveset, but slowed down slightly more. Also incorporated some new moves like a big boo and a sidewalk slam, which I never seen him do. He definitely changed up the pace in his moveset to basically go with the heel gimmick, which I get, it makes sense. The issue was the match was at one pace the entire match. Like, it started off slow and was slow for the rest of the match. There were like maybe 1 or 2 hope spots from Cody Rhodes, but like he spent most of the match getting his ass kicked. Which, you know, a little odd considering you're the Universal Champion. Like, why are you getting your ass kicked for like 70% of the match? This is the same John Cena who has not wrestled a singles match in like a year. Why are you struggling this much? You get to a point where John Cena wants to cheat. So he grabs the title and he goes to hit Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes stops him. Somewhere in that mist, both Cody and John Cena are down, and out comes Travis Scott. Not The Rock, Travis Scott. Who proceeds to, in the middle of this match, walk to the ring. Not speed walking, slow walk. It took this man 4 minutes to get to the ring. The match is still going on, by the way. That completely killed the energy of the latter half of the match. I'm just going to be honest with you. Gets to the ring, fakes out Cody, then he gets to the ring, tries to hit him. Cody hits him with a crossroads. Cool. John Cena sees his opportunity, takes the title, hits Cody in the face with it. I should also bring up that Cody had already kicked out of 2 AAs and a top rope AA. At this point, when Cody got hit with the title, I said, if he kicks out of this, I'm fucking over this match. There's no reason he should be kicking out of this match. He goes down for the pin, and John Cena is your new WWE champion. I'll have more thoughts later on, but I'm going to give this match 2.5 out of 5 stars. No bueno. No bueno. What are your thoughts on WrestleMania? Raw review coming soon!